5 things I hate in ArcheAge Unchained. Took some time, boys, I admit, to find the 5th one. 4 were straight off the bat, I had them in my head already. The 5th one I had to think for about half an hour to find it, but today I'm gonna share them with you. If you don't know what ArcheAge Unchained is, it's a fresh version of ArcheAge, the good old ArcheAge game, the great MMORPG that ArcheAge was, in a non-pay-to-win fashion served to you on a platter. It's a buy-to-play MMORPG. You buy it using the link in my description below. Very thankful to those of you who have purchased ArcheAge Unchained with my link. So you use the link, you go to the buy page, you buy it, you have it for free for the rest of your life. No pay to win, no bullshit. Super nice MMO with a lot of features. If you don't know who I am, my nickname is Ivo. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, the fact that you're watching my content, watching this video. Yeah, I came to ArcheAge Unchained hyped like a horse on a goddamn race day. 2 weeks later, I got to understand that, wow, I'm either too old or either too much of a stinky casual to have time to stay super competitive in ArcheAge Unchained. Why? Because there's so much shit to do in the game you could not imagine. And that's thing number 1. I want to put this at the thing I hate the most in the game. The fact that there's too much to do to stay super relevant. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little thing. I'm gonna have a video in a couple of weeks saying, talking about the 5 things I love in the game. And this exact thing, the fact that there's too much to do, is also the thing I love the most about the game. It's bizarre, is it really though? Because if you think about it, it's a love-hate relationship. I can never get bored in ArcheAge Unchained, and I know that as a fact. At the same time, I feel bad because I know for sure that my time, what I have left from my kid, from my family, from my real job, I just don't, from YouTube, recording, editing and stuff, it's gonna be impossible for me to keep up with the people that I need to keep up with or that I want to keep up with. I'm a very competitive guy. I'm not a stinky casual. At least that's what I think about myself, even though these days, looking at ArcheAge, looking at other people and looking at myself, I am a stinky casual. Maybe it's just because I'm new and other people knew exactly what to do and had the time to do it right away and I didn't. However, it's such a puffy game, so many things that you need to do on a daily basis to keep the super competitiveness up, that is just impossible to do them. At least for me, I play about 2-3 hours a day and I just simply cannot go through all the content that I need to go. Not to mention the content that I want to go through. I want to do naval content. I want to explore PvP. I want to do trading routes and stuff. But is there time for that? Not in my life. Maybe in yours that you have, and I'm really happy for you that you have more time. But this is my number 1 thing that I hate the most, the fact that it's simply too many daily things to do. And I'm gonna add to this point another thing that is happening only in ArcheAge Unchained, and that is the Arche Pass. Arche Pass, which I cannot even show you in this video because they've just disabled it as I'm recording it. So it is what it is. The Arche Pass in ArcheAge Unchained is a system where you have daily and weekly, they're going to be weekly probably, things to do, like set things to do, and they reward you with some super awesome rewards, labor point potions, gold, and so on and so forth. But you have a whole long list of things that you need to do that week or that day, as it was before it being disabled. That is another thing that contributes to the too much to do thing. ArcheAge as an MMORPG already had enough things to be done without the Arche Pass. And I'm gonna put the Arche Pass also at number 1. I hate it. I just dislike this system. I just simply dislike the fact that there is a system in the game that forces you to do what the devs want you to do, on top of what you want to do and on top of what you need to do as an MMORPG ArcheAge. So I don't like that. I don't like the system. I never liked it from day one, and I just think that it should be completely removed and replaced with something else that the devs can make money out of. There's plenty of things that a game, a non-pay-to-win game like ArcheAge Unchained is trying, can make money out of. At number 2, the second thing that I don't really necessarily like is the global cooldown on skills. I get it, it's a system, I understand WoW has it, best game in the world, right? So I get that, it's a thing, it's something that some people like, it's a way of doing combat. Personally, I just simply like non-global cooldown combats rather than global cooldown combats. I get it when you get to really nice stats, a lot of attack speed, oh my god, the global cooldown is gonna be so short you won't even feel it. It's fine, I understand that, it's just that it's there and it's always gonna be there, and it's a different kind of combat. It's not bad, it's actually the best global cooldown combat that I've seen. It is about 3 times better and more fluent in ArcheAge Unchained than it is in World of Warcraft, just saying so you know. But yeah, it's something that I personally don't necessarily like. The third thing I want to mention is that there's no DPS meter in the game. There is also no mods in the game to change the appearance of your, I don't know, UI or whatever you want to change, quest tracker. But the DPS meter I want to put at number 3 because I really believe that in 2019 players are smart enough to take DPS meters in the right way rather than in the wrong way. Now this is a thing that I personally don't like, and yeah, it is how it is. They just don't allow it, they never had it, and according to the rumors on the forums and stuff, they never will. Every single MMORPG and their grandmother has a DPS meter these days, including the casual players in Guild Wars. They also have a DPS meter, right? Because even they understand that it's really not such a big deal. Some of them in Guild Wars were also against it, but eventually everyone just behaved nicely as normal people do in MMORPGs, and it was not a source of grief but a source of knowledge. Why I'm sad that there's no DPS meter is because I've only played MMORPGs that have DPS meters before. I use it for myself to compare myself with my friends, in particular with one of my friends that I know has always done a lot of deeps no matter what class he plays. So I always want to compare myself with him so I know, am I good or am I just bad? It's simple as that. I use it for my knowledge, I use it for me improving, for my rotation, for my cooldown management, and that's about it. It's not here, and it's at number 3 for me. At number 4, I wanted to put the fact that there is no possibility of gifting in the cash shop. Simple as that. I don't like it. I strongly believe that gifting can be allowed even if it's 1 gift per 30 days per account. They don't have to make it excessive, like you can deposit 1,000 euros and gift that 1,000 euros in the next 20 minutes. There's no need to go like that. The game needs to stay on non-pay-to-win routes. However, 1 gift per month or 1 gift per week or 1 gift per 2 weeks per account, that's really not such a biggie. It's not gonna get anywhere ahead people that deposit a lot of money in terms of in-game gold. I know gold is more precious in ArcheAge than it is in Guild Wars, so ArcheAge can never have a crystal to gold kind of in-game swap like Guild Wars does, straight from a UI menu. I get that, but nobody's gonna get rich, nobody's gonna get super geared if you allow them to make 1 gift per month. A 3,000 gem gift or a 200 gem gift, it's up to them. But it's really important for me personally. I feel like it's a disadvantage for the game because there's really many players that do not want to deposit their real money. They farm in game and want to buy from someone that does. And there's also at the same time really many players who do deposit real money just because their real life is so busy that they don't have 5 hours a day, they just have 1. And the other 4, they would like maybe once a month to compensate, or once a week to compensate with depositing and gifting something that's worth 10 euros, 500 gold, 300, 100 gold to someone that wants to buy it. Super simple, supply and demand to make both of these types of players happy, and especially because the cash shop is not pay to win at all. There is not a single item in the cash shop that you could give to someone to to make him be able to pay to win is costumes, cosmetics, and you know, these kinds of helpful items in general in the game. Comes at number 4 for me. At number 5, I would like to mention the UI. It's just a thing that it's not gonna deter me from playing an MMORPG if the game is really good, like ArcheAge, but it is something. UIs, in my opinion, in 2019 should be a little bit more refined, a little bit more interesting. Guild Wars 2 is a perfect example of an interesting UI, a bit of flames, a bit of red, a bit of devil in the middle, and so on and so forth. Aeon is another great example of a little bit more fancier UI, even though no smoke and no devils. ArcheAge is simply just squares and lines, and that's about it. It's like the most minimalistic UI you could ever possibly imagine in an MMORPG. It feels like someone has put a mod over it because he plays on a really bad PC and there needs to be zero animation, zero graphics in his UI. Also, the fact that yes, it is customizable, but it's not hugely customizable in whichever way you want. Maybe because of the lack of mods, or maybe just because of the settings. It's nice enough to be good, but it's not really good, and I'm gonna put it in this list of the things that I personally don't like about the game. And that's the whole thing, boys. I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings with this video. I really love ArcheAge Unchained. I think it's a fantastic MMORPG. Right now, I am mildly debating if at this point in my life, when I have 2 jobs and a kid and obviously a family, and I've purchased a house that needs also a lot of care, I'm mildly debating in my head, do I have time for ArcheAge Unchained? Can I push it somehow to still stay super relevant with my 2 hours a day? And I know you can if you just do the things that need to be done to stay relevant in that sense. But then I'm thinking, where's my fun? Where's my free time? Where's my AFK jumping time? Where's my looking at the water, sailing with the boat, killing the kraken, harvesting my mushrooms, doing my dungeons, doing arenas? Where is that time come in if I just have 2 hours a day that I spend on 1 hour doing Hiram quests and the other hour doing, I don't know what else is important, Crimson Rift, and grinding these mobs in the Aegis Island. It's a bit complicated for me. These are my 5 things that I don't like about the game. Love the game in general. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video in just a couple of days. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you have some things that are different, or the same things that I had that you don't like about the game. Very interested always in what you guys are saying. Stay safe, guys. Lots of love, and I'm gonna see you really soon.